Even though I'm not a big fan of the pledge at school, I think that kids ought to stand for it. Although I don't necessarily think the pledge accomplishes anything, I think as long as it's being recited, kids should stand for it. Now, as an adult who's not in public school, I have the right to, I can make my own decisions about the pledge. I can do what I want. But children in school should be required to obey. That's my main issue with kids who don't stand for the pledge. It's not that they're being unpatriotic because, as I said, forced expressions of patriotism are not really patriotism. But the issue to me is that they're being disobedient and that they're calling attention to themselves and they're refusing to respect the authority of the people who are in charge of them at school. That to me is the issue. It is disobedience. So we have somewhere along the line, we've completely lost sight of this idea of obedience and respect for your elders. And listen, I know that since time immemorial, adults have been complaining that kids don't respect their elders and don't listen. But now we seem to have categorically kind of rejected, given up on the very idea of kids being required to obey. And this has a lot to do with parents. So you have parents who send their kids to school and the kid is disobedient, disrespectful, defiant, and then the parents find out about it and they side with their kid against the adults. These parents, they want to have it both ways. They want the school system to babysit their kids, but they don't want the school system to have any authority over their kids. You can't do that. If you're putting your kid under the authority of the school system, then the kid must be required to respect that authority. And you, if you're a good parent, should tell your kid that. My kids, they know that when they're being watched by a babysitter, or if they're going to Nana and Grandpa's house, or if they're ever in the custody of some adult who is not mommy or daddy, they know, because we tell them, that those adults now have the authority of mommy and daddy, and they are to listen and they are to obey.